Let me show you two different ways how to unmute any Casio G-Shock watch. So there are usually only two main problems that happens with these watches. First, if you have simply accidentally disabled your the button sounds, that also disables other sounds. And second is basically hardware problem. So first, I will simply show you what to do on the menus. So we are simply going to go in the time, where you can see your current time on the small display, and press and hold the display or set button on the top right here. So hold it. Okay, so next simply use the mode button to cycle down these settings. Okay, and this. So make sure to simply press this button to enable it, and we have our sound back essentially on our watch. So as you hear, it actually beeps. And the second thing that usually happens is if this doesn't solve it, there is some kind of hardware problem basically in the buzzer basically of this watch essentially. Especially if you have actually recently changed your battery, sometimes basically the contact actually for the buzzer simply like it simply doesn't make contact, and you simply have to like unscrew the back of it and basically see what's actually up. So basically on these G-Shock watches, actually the buzzer actually is located on this like the metal plate itself, so on the back of it essentially. So you see, for example, on this one we literally have 4 screws. So if you unscrew this watch and simply take off the back plate, you would see basically there is like a tiny disc on it. So it actually doesn't have any moving parts, but once it actually makes contact basically on the watch, so there is actually one spring inside basically on all Casio watches that connects basically. So basically the spring from the watch connects to this backplate, and that backplate simply makes a sound. So if that sound like spring has essentially like basically maybe twisted somewhere, or again it's simply not making correct contact with the backplate, so it simply loses the like volume basically, and yeah, basically nothing happens on the phone watch anymore. Basically, can this happen if you haven't actually changed the battery? So I have seen actually this happen, but again it's very rare. So if you can ever change the battery on it, so yeah, maybe the buzzer simply itself has simply like stopped working, and you simply need to get a new backplate for this watch. But again, if you have changed the battery on this watch, then simply again open it up basically and see basically those springs that simply connect to the backplate, and see if they are okay, and simply wiggle them around and see basically how it is. And that's all released with these watches. Anyway, good luck.